Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Two teams looking to end a multi-game losing streak and get back on the right track. Hello and welcome inside the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College in Adrian, Michigan. Joining me in the booth today is Michael Schubeck, and my name is Sean Whitmer. We welcome you inside the AIA for this men's NCAA hockey matchup between the visiting 4-10-1 Lake Forest Foresters and the number 6 ranked Adrian College Bulldogs, who enter 10-5. They're coming in off 3 straight losses. They also lost an exhibition contest in that time span. Michael, what do the Bulldogs have to do to get back on the right foot?
Yeah, this Bulldog team is highly offensive. They averaged 5 goals a game on the year, but in their last 4, they've been held to about 1 goal per game. So really, if you want to get back onto that winning track, you have to score and get back to that offensive zone. You might want to switch some things up. This is a team that likes to get the puck down low, let their skilled players do a lot of work, but you might want to switch to getting the puck up top, getting some shots towards the net, bodies crashing, get some rebound goals. It's an easy way to get some goals. And then on the flip side for the Foresters, they come in, score enough, 3.5 goals a game, but unfortunately they let up about 5, so they're struggling on that defensive end.
Yeah, and they block a lot of shots as a team. We were looking at some of the numbers earlier, and we've seen a couple players that were just they're not unwilling to lay out for their netminder. It's just you got to get steals around the blue line. You have to get it going the other way. You have to create transition opportunities, and you have to not give up turnovers, allowing other teams to get breakaways, which I think is something that this Lake Forest team has struggled with. As you mentioned before the show, they telegraph their passes a little bit too much. You were watching some of their previous game against Aurora, and just something you can't do at this level is find your man with your eyes for so long and then feed them the puck. What do the Foresters have in favor of them going into this matchup?
I think it's almost for the Bulldogs, you look at it as a get-back-on-track game. So if you're the Foresters, it's almost like take that Adrian might be kind of looking you off a little bit. You're 4-10-1. You kind of want to jump on them early. They start off really strong. They come out flying. They put a lot of effort into every single time, but you have to turn that effort into goals right away and not get put down by giving, like you said, give away pucks. They telegram a lot of their passes, so they got to move the puck quick here, take advantage of this Adrian team who's not really used to playing in their defensive zone.
If the Bulldogs are to be successful today, they will rely on their starting netminder, number 1, Ryan Piros, who has been phenomenal for the most part this season, and he's been a big reason why they are number 6. Who outside of Ryan Piros do you really think is going to shine for these Bulldogs?
Yeah, Patrick Saney's a player that you kind of want to look at to shine today. He's got 10 goals, 5 assists, and 15 points on the year. He's one of those guys that you want to see get the puck in his hands a lot tonight, get a lot of high opportunity shots, kind of work this Bulldog offense and allow maybe a couple goals for him tonight, get back on track.
Of course, Patrick Saney and Ian Amsbaugh, 2 of the leaders for this offense for the Bulldogs. As we take a look over at the Foresters, we'll of course look at starting lineups in a little while, but who's a good player to highlight for that Foresters team?
Yeah, it'll be Logan Kittleson. He comes in 3 goals, 11 assists. This guy's a playmaker, likes to move the puck. Like we said, they like to telegram their passes. This guy knows what he's doing. He really great with the puck, great passing skills, so really kind of look to him to kind of feed some of those players, look for some good opportunities today.
They will rely on freshman netminder Luke Siska in net, freshman out of Westmont, Illinois, and Wisconsin Wendigo was his previous stop. So Lake Forest coming in looking to be victorious against the Bulldogs on their home ice in Game 1 of a 2-game series, as both teams take the ice now, and I think the Bulldogs are ready to defend home ice once again. Back here in the AIA, a little bit of a sour feel the last time they were at home. I don't think that they want to feel that feeling once again.
Yeah, if you're Coach Adam Phillips, you really have to have this team buzzing and going out early right now. You want to set the tone early, get some big hits, get your bench into the game. It's a huge thing for your team to gain momentum. This is a hockey game. It's a huge team sport. You want to make sure you get some of those big momentum plays early so your bench can ride that throughout the game.
Of course, before this losing streak for the Bulldogs, they beat Hiram College 10-0 and 8-0, and then they fell to Aurora 4-1. 4-2 on the road, and then 4-1 loss against Trine was their last accredited loss. Aurora and Trine both in the mix as some top teams. Trine receiving votes. Aurora number 4 in the nation right now. A team that is extremely stellar, and we've seen it all year long.
Yeah, and this, like we said, this Lake Forest team played that Aurora team very close, as we kind of saw coming into this game. They played them very hard, very close, so kind of expect the same here between this with this matchup.
Yeah, and I know you had mentioned during our pre-show talks that this Lake Forest team seems to be looking better and better every single time they step on the ice. They're gaining a lot more of that camaraderie. They seem to be, telegraphing a few less passes and playing better. As we take a look at the starting lineups here, I'll let you take it away, Michael.
Yeah, we obviously have Logan Kittleson. We mentioned before, 3 goals, 11 assists. Absolutely amazing player. And then kind of on that front center for these, Max Jaudong, Chase Frymuth, Hunter Cook, Andrew Naisma, and then on the back end, like we mentioned before, it will be number 35 for them, Luke Siska. Great overall starting lineup here. They come out fast, like I said before. They come out hard. A lot of pressure on Adrian right away is what's to be expected here. And, this Lake Forest team, as always, you want to see that depth is kind of where that separates these two teams.
Yeah, and they have a player on their third line you were highlighting before we got things rolling here. I think that's going to be a big aspect for them is their depth. Head coach Sean O'Malley will have to work things around and try to take advantage of this Bulldogs team. As we take a look at their starting lineup, of course, Ian Amsbaugh, Patrick Saney, as we mentioned. You also got Theo Troon, the freshman, Nat Bannister, and then David Clark, along with Ryan Piros, who's done so well in net this season. But it's Adam Phillips who has to get this team back on track. It will start with the head coach, and I think if you're the Bulldogs, having that freshman starting tonight is really a signal for your team. Yeah,
if you're Adam Phillips, you have to switch things up. You got to get new faces out there. You kind of almost have to push the upperclassmen in this scenario. Maybe they get a little bit too comfortable in the position, kind of let these players know, hey, your spot is not locked up. It can be taken at any moment from you. It's a privilege to be on this team. So he's kind of got to get some fire back under his players.
And I think that will happen here today as this Bulldogs team returning home after having 3 straight losses, 2 on the road, and that 1 at home against Aurora, their final home matchup prior to this. It will be a 2-game series. Tomorrow will be a 3 o'clock start time with Alex Herm and Tyler Ackerman on the call. But this one about to be puck drop here shortly as Theo Troon skates up to the blue line, and we will step aside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. You are watching NCAA Division III men's hockey action on ACTV.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena as we see Troon getting ready for puck drop. 38 seconds away from the first drop of the night, and the Bulldogs seem ready for it. National anthem is out of the way. Of course, joining me in the booth, Michael Schubeck. My name is Sean Whitmer. We have an exciting one in store for you here as the Bulldogs look to end a 3-game losing streak. Forrester's on the other side, trying to end a 4-game losing streak. It's the number 6 Bulldogs taking on the visiting Lake Forest Foresters right here on ACTV. Taking the face-off for the Bulldogs will be Patrick Saney, our highlighted player for tonight's game. On the dot for the Foresters, Jal Dung, who actually wins the opening face-off, and it will be down underneath Piros to start action. Clark playing with patience. Pass off the boards. Amsbaugh can't handle it on the tape. Little dump and chase for the Foresters.
Didn't mention this in the pregame, but this Foresters team loves to play some dump and chase. Like to get that puck cross corner and kind of wear you out.
As they'll dump it in again, played forward. Centering feed to Amsbaugh. He slows it up, dumps corner, Troon. Backhand, now dumped underneath. Amsbaugh wraparound pass. Saney couldn't handle it. Troon, second chance. Takes it around, getting hounded by 2 Foresters. Stolen away. Transitioning was Fryermuth. A little bit of contact there in the neutral zone, and the whistle will sound.
That's what you want to see from this Bulldog team off the rip. Obviously, Amsbaugh comes down, makes an attempt at a pass over on the far side to Troon, but then it slips into that corner there. But then they were able to get kind of an offensive chance, bounced around a little bit. Siska able to make a good save. But it results in a nice little offensive zone draw here for the Bulldogs. Take advantage of that, get that back to the point, and rush to get some bodies to the net here.
52 seconds into the game, we have our second face-off. Bulldogs have won the face-off. Malika sends one on net that got blocked by Philip Quattel. Limping a little bit on the ice was Quattel as the Bulldogs trying to reset things. They will get icing.
Not a good icing there by the Bulldogs when you're trying to reset. And that blocked shot by Colin Bella. Great effort there. We like to say before in the pregame, they like to block shots. They lay out for it. This Bulldog team is going to need to kind of be a little more creative, maybe get a little toe drag before you get that shot off. But, I mean, your first shot from the day from the point. Got a lot of time.
Face-off going in favor of the Foresters. On the point, little toe drag with Shepard. He fires one into the body of Heroes. Covered up easily.
Interesting shot there by Shepard. Nobody touched that puck on its way to Piros, so kind of an interesting kind of adjustment Piros had to make. He didn't really have to move for it.
Fauché on the dot for the Foresters. Swade for the Bulldogs. Little tie up. Go back. Loretto feeds Malika. Up ice push. Finds Swade. Little dump and chase for the Bulldogs. Physicality going into the boards. Picked up pass right in front. Making a move, but a good poke away from Sorensen. Loose on the dot. Bowman plays it off the boards. Sorensen takes it under the red line. Going for the wraparound. Getting the foot on it was Siska. Sent in from long range. Sorensen unable to deflect it up and in. Stick on the ice as the Foresters will clear the zone. Bowman dumps it forward. Summers takes it wide left. It's put into the boards. Playing underneath that red line. Something the Bulldogs have been doing quite a bit here so far. Back to the point. Cross ice feed. Bannister goes underneath. Up. A little bit of contact. Now attacking, making a move. Blocked up. That was Lucas Deeb trying to get fancy in front.
It's a great save there by Lucas Siska, though. Kind of stuck that leg out there, caught it at the last second. But a great offensive kind of zone pressure we've seen here over the Bulldogs in the last couple minutes. Really, the Foresters haven't been able to get it out. Had to throw it up into the air over everybody's head in order to clear the zone. So if you're the Bulldogs, just keep doing what you're doing. Puck's going to find the back of the net eventually.
Bannister, left point, sends it on net. Hannison tried to play it in front. Now it'll be back. Bannister chasing after it. It didn't have the legs for icing. Playing around with it. It's Clark looking to push tempo. He has Summers in front of him. We'll play it forward to D. Hannison, his shot takes off a shin pad. Clark makes a fancy move on the blue line. Summers attacking, makes one miss. His shot is off. Deflection stolen away.
Well, Siska's putting himself in really good positions right now. These are shots that have great opportunities to go in, but Siska's being really good, really solid, staying in his position, trusting his angles. Come up with a few big saves so far.
Clark making people miss in the Bulldogs' end. That's Ninehouse attacking wide. His pass into the slot is stolen away. Transitioning is Forrester. Picking it up. It's flipped ahead. Opana applying the pressure. Loretto sends it in front. Still loose. Volucci tries to get it in. And a stellar play in net by Siska. Loretto sends another one on net. Popped into the air.
Wow, it's a great job by this Adrian offense getting to the net, and an even better job by Patrick Siska. Able to keep that puck out of the net, and then a great job in general by this Foresters team getting into that middle of the ice and taking away any opportunity any Bulldog had come in for a second effort.
Almost seen an own goal there as Bulldogs pass across the slot. Trying to attack is Amsbaugh. We see this out of him a lot as Saney, down on one knee, tried to make a move backdoor. Amsbaugh once again skating around with patience, attacking left, takes a shot, fluttering bounce. It's picked up by Jacob. Plays it over, Amsbaugh finds Bowman, his shot blocked, has a second chance, no, tangled up. Good defense by the Foresters as they will clear the zone. Chasing after it is Jiaodong. Jacob will beat him out, and we will have icing.
Yeah, great job there by Patrick Siska, especially on this play. He's been, phenomenal to start this night. We're only 4 minutes in, and it seems like he's making save after save. And a great job there as there's a scramble in front, dives right back into the middle of the ice, and then his team does a great job of collapsing in on him to take away any of those players that Adrian has for that second effort opportunity.
Yeah, and Siska, the freshman, has already seen 8 shots on goal. It's not including the shots that have been blocked in front or redirected by Bulldog players unintentionally.
Yeah, these are 8 grade A opportunities that he's seen. There's no easy shots, easy kicks to the corners. They've all been great opportunities that this Bulldog team has had chances to capitalize on.
As Sorensen gets shoved into the back of the ref looking to drop the puck. Playing eager, and it ends up costing the Bulldogs as Sorensen played it back too deep. Clark off the boards. Sorensen leaves it for Swade. Back to Sorensen on the boards. Little back and forth. Bannister's shot, now Swade sends another one on net. Tefelsky gets tangled up. Clark making some moves. Bannister wisely will reset. Plays it over for Tefelsky. Dumps it all the way around the boards. Swade comes screaming in. Sorensen applying some pressure. Making some moves is Lizak. Puck will escape the zone. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Piros will have to come out for it. He plays it back to Clark, who can't get it. Applying pressure is Riva. Clark flips it. Bannister sends it forward. Tefelsky makes a move. Pass up ice. Summers leaves it. Clark picks it up. Sends one towards the net. Deflected back behind.
If you're this Bulldog team, you really want to kind of get a goal here in the next 13 minutes would be ideal, but letting this Foresters team stick around with how much offensive pressure you put on is only going to kind of hurt when it gets to that third period.
Fantastic glove save there by Siska as Deeb tried to let it eat.
Yeah, Lucas Siska has kept the Foresters in this game so far. He's done a great job just doing what his job is, and that's keeping that puck out of the net. And his team, like I said before, does a great job at surrounding him, getting pucks away from that middle of the ice area.
Summers dives into the corner. O'Hannison comes to help him out. Picking it up was Orozco. Pass up ice, getting tangled. Malika in a race. Piros tries to clear it out from behind his net. It's played back to Malika. Now Loretto, return to Malika. Feeds it out of the zone. Gets Deeb on a breakaway opportunity. Deeb shot will score!
Lucas Deeb with a great job at finishing it, but it's really a great cross-ice pass that reaches him, makes a great move, goes that low glove just above the pad area to sneak it by Siska. That's what you want to see out of the Bulldogs. Some third line depth there. Lucas Deeb being able to.
As we see the Bulldogs celebrating with Deeb, giving him a little bit of a face grab, and now they're looking to get back into the action. Icing right off the drop. Not what you want to see, but Bulldogs in high spirits early, starting off 1-0.
Yeah, if you're this Lake Forest team, you really got to start ramping up the offense here. You have 2 shots in this period so far to Adrian's 11. It's just been pure domination on the Bulldog side. So just kind of take this offensive zone draw and try to build it kind of the rest of this game.
Little tangle up off the drop. Jacob scoops it from the corner. Plays it forward. Vellucci off the glass. Little dump and chase for the Bulldogs. It's picked up by Kittleson. Playing with it back behind. Some physicality here by the Bulldogs as Vellucci and Nienhaus battling in the corner. It's played out to Freiermuth. Foresters just need to clear their own zone here. Attacking forward. Lizak on the dump and chase. Piros gets a little bit slow to get that puck out. Jiaodong takes a big hit, but a little reversal. Deflected away from in front of the house. More physicality as the Bulldogs will finally clear their own zone. Saney makes a move. Gets it back, and Troon was a little eager. Thought Saney was going to hit him on the pass, but fanned on it. I'd like to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today.
Yeah, great job there by Saney creating space, but unfortunately whiffed on it, and Troon kind of thought he would have that lead and just tripped a little bit off sides.
Played over to Bannister. He'll dump it in. Once again, now picked up in the corner. Forrester's getting sloppy right in front of the cage. Clark will pick it up in the neutral zone. Cross ice. Now Amsbaugh passes to Saney. It's a little wonky with it. Tries to attack. Now Amsbaugh. Being patient. His pass. And the shot will find the back of the net.
Ian Amsbaugh with an absolutely phenomenal pass, and then Theo Troon able to get enough juice on it to sneak through Siska there, but it's a great job by Ian Amsbaugh being able to protect that puck behind that net area, create his own space, and then feed Troon in front of the net, who's able to do a great job scoring.
Yeah, as timeout called by Lake Forest. We'll step aside for a moment as the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Joining me in the booth, of course, is Michael Schubeck. My name is Sean Whitmer, and you are watching Division III NCAA men's hockey action on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Welcome back as Theo Troon there, the goal scorer, the most recent one at least, as the Bulldogs lead 2-0. It's been Troon and Deeb so far to start today's contest.
If you're Adam Phillips, you have to be a little bit happy here with how the last kind of 3-4 games have gone. Being able to kickstart this one with two goals in the first period.
Wattel attacking solo. Malika will take the puck off his stick. Loretto. He'll attack, turns it over. Wattel applying pressure. He passes into the slot, but no one home. Stolen away by Malika. Getting hounded by Foucher. Shot in front. Another shot attempt, but fans into the corner. Now at the point. Sends one up and over. Malika will pick it up underneath the red line. Plays it forward. Amsbaugh racing ahead. It's dumped in by Troon. Amsbaugh trying to make a play for the puck. Swade plays it back. Now it's flipped underneath. Amsbaugh will go to make the change. Tefelsky and Swade applying the pressure. Bowman in the neutral zone. Passes to Tefelsky. Now Sorensen. Racing up against the board. Sorensen lost the puck. Going the other way with it is Mead. He slows up and takes a burner wide of the net. Pass underneath. Mead can't handle it. Sorensen to Swade. Backward feed. Now a dump and change for the Foresters.
Yeah, this Forester team has done a better job as this period, kind of after this timeout, of applying some more pressure. The issue is their shots that they're taking are just low percentage. They're kind of whipping around, really not looking where they're shooting and just trying to get some on the net. And this Bulldog team is just going to take it right away and go back. They're so good at breaking out of that offensive or defensive zone.
Jacob pass to Tefelsky, racing down Main Street. His shot is deflected away. O'Hannison takes a hit, dislodged from the puck. Tefelsky dumps it underneath. Summers picks it up in the corner as he gets pressured. O'Hannison comes out with it. Getting bodied into the boards is O'Hannison. Deeb to Summers. Back to Bannister. Sends it on net. Gloved up by Siska.
Yeah, good shot there from Bannister. Unfortunately, no one was able to make it in front of the net to create any traffic in front of Siska. So it's an easy grab with the glove hand. But this Bulldog team is back on pressuring on offense. They're doing a great job, to start this game, the first period. You want to see that keep up, though, throughout 3 periods. I mean, we've only played a little bit just at that 12-minute mark almost. So just kind of like to see that as this game progresses, this offensive pressure keep up.
Clark tries the backhand feed. It'll find its way to Summers. Up top, Bannister with the one-time shot. It got blocked up by Deeb. Going the other way, the Foresters with a hard angle shot. Now the puck will find its way the other way for icing. Say it was last touched by the Bulldogs.
So what you have to do for the Foresters, though, you have to create those odd man opportunities where you have the ability to get shots on net and good shots at that. I mean, they have to be able to block the shot, block shots, and be able to build that block shot into odd man rushes and kind of look for those sneaky plays behind this Bulldog defense. They're not going to be able to enter the zone as smoothly as they might have been able to against other teams.
Summers unable to get the face-off there as quick shot by the Foresters. Now Summers trying to dislodge the puck. Clark will come away with it. Bulldogs get it out of their zone. Bannister will dump it and take a big shot. Foresters now looking to transition the other way. Applying pressure is Nienhuis. Loretta will come up with it. Gets Piros putting a pad on it. Nienhuis will get it to escape the zone. Played over. Now up. Attacking is Orpana. He'll take a little bit of contact and a tumble. Foresters looking to transition. Here's Nusma. Spinning pass up to Nienhuis. He'll dump it off for Whittingham. Gets tangled a little bit. Nienhuis pursuing puck. Flipped up over everyone's head for icing.
Yeah, this Adrian team again is just putting that wear and tear aspect for this Lake Forest College team. They just kind of look a little bit slower than they did to start the game. This Bulldog offense has just been on them all night long. And now you have your top line out there looking for some more offense as this game progresses.
Saney standing on the dot for the Bulldogs as Amsbaugh gets a little eager. Puck drop goes in favor of the Bulldogs. Bowman dumps it underneath for Amsbaugh. And keep away exactly as he did when they scored their last goal. Puck finds the skate of the official down underneath. Saney will steal it away from Amsbaugh, makes a move. It's poke checked by Siska. Saney playing with it in the corner. Amsbaugh grab it out of the air, drop it down for himself. 3 players marking Amsbaugh. He tries to find Troon. As the puck was airborne, now a player takes a tumble. Amsbaugh into the corner, loses it for a moment. Getting into a little bit of a scrum. It's played off the boards. Bowman winds up, takes the slap shot. Stolen away, going the other way.
Yeah, it's the second time today there's been a shot from the point where no Bulldog has been able to get in front of it, and Siska's just been able to.
As that was Zhao Dong, who had a golden opportunity, just sent it a little bit too high of the bar. That's blocked by the Bulldogs, and they will clear the zone. In pursuit in reverse is Kaplowitz. Tefelski as Sorensen takes a tumble. Tefelski trying to get the steal. It'll be passed back. Bannister plays it forward. Spinning is Swade. Pass to Tefelski. Tefelski driving the net. He'll wrap around. Sorensen tries to create a screen. Back up top, Clark dumps it. And the pass into the creases. Too long. Bannister now chasing it in reverse, and the icing will be called.
Yeah, in front of the net there was a pass that just snuck through the pads of Siska. Ended up in the middle of the crease there. No Bulldog was able to get a stick on it to put it in the back of the net. This is a much better push that we've seen out of this Lake Forest team the past 3 or 4 minutes. They've been able to get some offensive zone time, some chances. I think kind of comes from being physical. This Lake Forest team needs to be more physical as this game goes on to try to create more chances. Odd man rushes is what you need if you want to flip the tide of this game.
Swade facing off against Zhao Dong. 16 shots on goal to 5 with 5 minutes left here in the first period. Bannister, D-to-D pass to Clark, who can't handle it. Going the other way is the Foresters. Clark will pick it back up. Losing his footing and going into the boards, now transitioning the other way. It's Zhao Dong. Trying to drive right down Broadway and has it stolen away. Loretto coming back. Piros will send a saucer pass out of the zone himself. Zhao Dong's pass broken up. Deeb can't handle the bouncer. Orozco has his pass stolen away. Summers leaves it behind for O'Hannison. Stolen right back by Foucher. O'Hannison plays it to his left. That's Summers. Driving right down the middle was Deeb and unable to handle it. It'll hit the protective netting, and we will have a whistle and a stoppage with 3:51 remaining here in the first period. Bulldogs lead 2-0, 16-5 in the shots on goal category.
Yeah, this Adrian team by the shot and the goal kind of board right now show that they've been dominating all night long. They really have. They've done a great job of putting pressure on this Lake Forest team. Not much time to think in that defensive zone, but I will say the last 3 or 4 minutes now, this Lake Forest team has put a good push on this Bulldog squad.
Trying to play it off the boards. It takes a little bit of an odd hop. Loretto plays it over to Malika. Send it from the center line. Nienhuis trying to box out the Forester defense as a little scrum forming there in the corner. Forester's trying to start bringing that physicality a little bit more as the Bulldogs have been kind of jumping all over them in that category. Stolen away. Attacking with the breakaway opportunity, and Piros with a diving save gets his pad on it.
Phenomenal job there by Ryan Piros.
As getting into it with Piros on the other end. interference from one of the teams, but no arm raised, so we'll play on as Amsbaugh spins it. Might have missed it, but it was Meade getting into it with Piros on the back end of the play. Amsbaugh attacking the other way, flips it the other side, and a great save by Siska. Amsbaugh picks it up, plays patient, makes a great move. Passes into the slot, but stolen away before it can find Troon. Saney makes a phenomenal job and flips the stick away. Bowman can't handle it out of his hand. The Bulldogs will have to reset. Called offsides is Amsbaugh.
Yeah, back-to-back great saves there by both goalies. If you go back to this play by the Foresters, just a great job by Meade to get through, and then Piros on a just phenomenal diving save. Able to keep this one just 2-0 and just kind of negate all momentum, and then we saw Meade and Piros get into it with tensions rising here in the first period.
Icing called on the play is not what you want to see right after the puck drop, but we're going down to the other end. Bulldogs want to go blocker side here against Siska. Siska's made 16 saves here on today's contest, while Piros has made 6 the other way. Been a pretty good game for both these netminders. That phenomenal save by Piros on the breakaway chance.
Yeah, both of these goaltenders have really done a great job at kind of making saves on grade A opportunities. There really hasn't been many kind of random shots that hit the net. A lot of these, shots that they're facing are right in front of them. Great saves. Piros has made a couple today, and we've seen the same from Siska as this night progresses.
Siska will stick it away. Foresters trying to escape their own end, and they will, but a blown tire sees Jaldung take a tumble. O'Hannison chasing after it. Pafelski gets a good stick on it. But the Foresters will take back possession. They've been playing in their own end a lot here today, which has been part of the problem as Jaldung tries to play it. But he crossed the blue line and didn't pass it in time, so we'll have ourselves an offsides.
You don't see it very often where the player passes it to try to chip around and he goes offsides by himself. There was really, obviously, there was another player there, but the main person offsides was Max Jaldung.
Picked up by O'Hannison. Takes an odd bounce off the boards. Deeb, little cross ice feed, now trying to play it back to Deeb. Tried to feed the slot. Malika's shot deflected up into the netting. And another good save there by the freshman netminder.
Yeah, great job by Siska as well, making sure that puck goes up either into the netting or into the glass, so there's no opportunity for a rebound there in front of the net.
O'Hannison stands in, awaiting the puck drop, and go in favor of the Foresters. Malika will dump it underneath. 45 seconds remain here in the first period. Bulldogs lead 2-0. Stolen away. Summers can't keep his footing as he'll take a tumble in the slot.
Fortunate there for the Bulldogs. Kind of just a great play. Gained some pressure here on the Foresters, and then it cracks right up, and he just trips over his own skate blades on the ice there, takes a tumble, and Summers is unable to capitalize on a great opportunity there in front of the net.
Foresters will win another defensive zone draw as Bowman plays it to O'Hannison. Spin pass stolen away. Summers gets physical, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. Deeb pass to O'Hannison, who buries it home. It's Jack O'Hannison.
Great job there just overall by this Adrian team. Defense in the middle of the ice, creating a great separation there. This third line again on a great pass from Brad Summers, who we just saw trip and fall. Great pass cross ice to Jack O'Hannison to tap it in. Now this third line, kind of again showing you the depth of this Adrian College team, has 2 of the 3 goals tonight.
And that's the freshman's 3rd goal on the season. Of course, one of 2 O'Hannison brothers. Brother Nick does not have a goal yet this year, as Bowman send it around the boards. Jacob diving in, steals it away. It's picked up on the other end by Riva, who will just skate around with the puck as the clock expires. The Bulldogs lead 3-0, and they're under a minute. We thought we were going to be going into the first intermission with the Bulldogs up 2, but they were able to grab that final goal with about 28 seconds left or so.
Yeah, it's a huge goal to pick up right before going into the locker room, because that, right before you go into the locker room, you're down 2. Lake Forest finished that period after that second goal. Coach O'Malley calls a timeout. They come out and they play harder, they play faster, and they play a much better period. But then for the Bulldogs to come in, score at the end of the first, kind of allows for a little bit more of that momentum that Lake Forest could have carried and the way that they played at the end of that period to kind of go away as they head into the locker room.
Of course, while not the biggest story of the game, the physicality has been mounting as of late. And on the other end, having Piros getting into it a little bit with Meade just adds a little bit of animosity to this contest as it continues. And, of course, we still have 3 periods to play tomorrow. What do the officials have to do to keep it under control, and what do the coaches have to do to not get their players in too much trouble?
Well, obviously, make sure your hits are legal. Make sure that whatever you're doing, whether it's you're going for the hit, whether your goal is to put them into the boards, that you're doing it legally and you're not doing it the wrong way. And if you're the refs, you got to call it evenly on both sides. You can't be favoring one, whether one's kind of going off on the other or not. You have to kind of keep it fair, nice and even throughout. Other than that, I think they've kept it pretty legal other than a couple extracurricular activities. But I think that, the refs just have to keep it fair.
Of course, 3 goals scored by the Bulldogs. Things were started off by Lucas Deeb.
Yeah, Deeb. Yeah, great job by Deeb receiving. Makes a great pass with speed and then a move. Puts it right in between that slot, like I said before. Kind of kicks off that Bulldog momentum shift. And then a little bit, kind of later on in that first period, halfway through, a great pass out in front by Ian Amsbaugh before it was finished by Teo Turin.
Yeah, and Troon, just a phenomenal job at finishing that one. That final goal, as we mentioned, with only 24 seconds left, it was the turnover that found the Bulldogs just burying it home was Jack O'Hannison. A great cross-crease feed, and the Bulldogs up 3-0 after the first period of action. Haven't had too many penalties in this contest either, as I believe we've had 0 players sent to the sin bin so far. Yeah, 0 players sent to the sin bin. I think we could have seen 1 sent for interference from whichever team you want to call it on there, as Piros and Meade got into it.
I would watch, if you are Lake Forest, though, kind of going for some of those rough and rowdy stuff that we saw near the end of the first period, mainly because of the fact that the way that their penalty kill plays, they're a little bit more passive and they condense it in the middle and allow for a lot of motion on that outside. That Bulldog team is going to take advantage of that space, and they're really going to be successful on the power play. So I think that if you are Lake Forest, you kind of have to stay out of the box. You cannot allow the Bulldogs to get power play opportunities.
As the Bulldogs, of course, leading 3-0. It's how they want to start this game. What do they really have to do to keep their heads on their shoulders and continue this going into the rest of the contest.
You know, whatever Adam Phillips told them pregame, I would tell them the same thing going into that second period because they looked amazing in that first, the way they controlled the puck, moved it with each other. This team does a great job. There's really no one that's selfish on this team. They use each other very great. They work as a team. They always know where each other are. We saw that on the pass from Amsbaugh behind the back, right in front to Troon. So I think that just kind of keep that style of play up. Trust each other. Trust Adam Phillips, your coach, and kind of that same philosophy going into that second period.
Couldn't agree with you more there, Michael, as I think everything they did in that first period worked, so why change it as we go into the intermission. Bulldogs lead 3-0, 19 shots on goal to 6. Don't go anywhere as you are watching men's NCAA Division III hockey here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College in Adrian, Michigan. Joining me in the booth today is Michael Schubeck. Of course, my name is Sean Whitmer. As we get ready for the second period of play, Bulldogs lead 3-0 in what has been a very physical contest there towards the tail end of the first period. But things were started around the 13-minute mark as Lucas Deeb got the first goal of the game. And then it was Theo Troon grabbing the second one about 2 minutes later. And with 24 seconds left on the clock, it was Jack O'Hannison grabbing the final goal. Leading the Bulldogs in assists so far is number 13, Bradley Summers. As we get ready to take a look at some of the team numbers for both of these teams so far throughout this contest. Michael, what really stands out here to you?
I think the biggest thing to look at is the shots on goal marker for both squads here. I mean, 19 for Adrian, only 6 for Lake Forest. At one point, it was 11-2 in this game. So, good job at Lake Forest getting a couple more as that period went on, but Adrian really put their foot on the gas, adding 8 more. And then, block shots, as you look at that, Lake Forest is going to have more block shots. They've allowed more shots in general. And this face-off story, as even though Adrian is ahead, a lot of Lake Forest's draws have been won in their own defensive zone. We see them time and time again winning those big defensive zone draws. If I'm Adrian and really focusing in on winning a couple of those draws when they're in that offensive zone face-off situation to get that back to the point, crash the net, get some opportunities.
I think if you're the Bulldogs, one of the biggest things you want to focus on here throughout the remainder of this game is building on what you've done so good, and as you mentioned, firing those shots. They've taken 26, 19 have been shots on goal. Of course, the 3 that were blocked equals out to only 4 shots being errant and out of the way. So if you're the Bulldogs, just keep firing them because you're on the mark for the most part.
Yeah, this team's done a great job at hitting the net and as well staying out of the box, which is something that we normally don't see from Bulldog teams in general. They all like to kind of be a little rough and rowdy out there, but it's a great job by this Bulldog team.
As right off the opening draw, dumped in underneath, and the Bulldogs trying to pursue it. It'll be left alone to avoid the icing and reset. That's Bannister getting physical. Play it off to Saney, who will go for the dump and chase. Here early makes sense for the Bulldogs to do a lot more dump and chase to keep their legs fresh and not trying to do anything crazy, as that one's deflected in front by Saney up and over the net. Now the Foresters will clear the zone. Icing got waved off there.
A great job by Patrick Swaney there in front of the net to get that tip. Even though it went high, it's still a great opportunity.
Swade plays it underneath. Tefelsky has it stolen right off his stick. Transitioning the other way, 2-on-2 opportunity for the Foresters. And the pass broken up by Malika. Loretto plays to Malika before taking a shot into the boards. Sorensen tried to pass it off the boards to Tefelsky, but left it a little long. Stolen away by Swade. Swade racing forward. Dumped it to Tefelsky, who tried to give it right back, but the Foresters with pretty active hands right now. Tefelsky cross-ice feed. Sorensen. He'll wrap the boards. Swade will leave it alone. Picked up at the point by Loretto. And broken up once again.
Something this Lake Forest team is doing to start this second period that we really didn't see throughout the first is they're kind of doing a great job in not allowing Adrian to get into that middle of the ice house area. They're kind of allowing for more of an outside game, let them work in, and we're going to take away your middle of the ice.
As O'Hannison plays it back, corralled by Deeb. He'll send it across. Jacob is able to corral it in the offensive zone. Summers takes some contact into the boards. It's Riva getting physical for the Foresters. Dumped off Mead. returned it to O'Flaherty as Bulldogs will take back possession. 2-on-2 rush. O'Hannison back to Deeb. Cross ice feed back to O'Hannison, and a great save in front. Transitioning, O'Flaherty's shot sky high. O'Hannison picks it up, falling down pass to Vellucci. Over to Deeb, spinning around. Deeb feeds it long. It's Clark playing around the red line. Clark skating around with it. He'll send one in front, deflected by Nienhuis. A little bit of friendly fire there as Bannister. D-to-D pass over to Clark. Orpana diving in. Orpana backhand off the chest. Now Vellucci has it stolen. Was Clark. Meade will take the long shot. Piros pads it back behind his cage. Played up, Bannister. He'll leave it behind for Nienhuis. His shot deflection, and unable to grab it was Vellucci. Bannister, one-timer. Can't get it as Malika will have to reset for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have been inches away this period from 2 goals that have almost snuck by Siska. So, I mean, great job again holding that offensive pressure that you had from the first period. They're getting more pucks to the net with bodies in front. We saw a little bit in that first period. They were getting pucks to the net. Nobody was there. This period, they're getting a lot more bodies in front of Siska.
Amsball with the patience. His shot is gloved up.
As we take a look back here on this rush, great vision here by O'Hannison. Drops it back to Deeb, who takes a long cross. It's just a beautiful play. 4 guys, 4 passes total involved. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish that off because it was just a beautiful passing play through 4 players. Unfortunately, Siska got bailed out by his best friend, the post.
As the Bulldogs corral possession underneath. Scrum finds the Foresters taking it away. No, Amsball grab it right back. Trying to play it off the board. Saney scoops it up, but he'll take a tumble. Troon to Amsball. A little bit long. Malika fights through the contact, and eventually it's stolen away. Now transitioning the other way, it's Foucher who has it tipped up by Loretto. Good defense getting back from Ben Loretto. As the Foresters once again using that pitchfork to create the turnover.
Great job here by the Foresters in general, getting sticks in lanes right now. The Bulldogs are having trouble moving it sound.
As the shot will score just off a deflection, it was Abramson.
Yeah, the 4th line here for Lake Forest coming in huge to get their first goal of the night. It's a great job by Miller to move it down to Panucci, who gets a great shot off. That Abramson is sitting in a perfect position to knocking it off the rebound. Piros does a great job making the initial save, but kind of fortunately for Lake Forest there, Abramson comes in and bangs it home for the first goal of the night. For the Foresters, sorry.
Not only first goal of the night for the Foresters, first goal on the season for Max Abramson. Has deflected around and buried it home. Unlucky for Piros as well, as just trying to keep his eyes on the puck, and it took an unlucky bounce for him right into the stick of Abramson.
He did a great job. He made the initial save. That's what you're supposed to do. In that situation, it's just unfortunate that Abramson was sitting right there.
As a big hit right in front of Piros, Swade had both feet in the air. Delayed offsides. Bulldogs will have to reset. Gets sent underneath. Piros pick it up. Pass it. Finds its way to Tefelsky. Tefelsky with the patience, shot into the body. Second chance opportunity is sticked away by the Foresters. Good defense in front, helping out Siska. Summers passes it behind. Deeb has a little bit of traffic from Clark and leads to a turnover. Clark will pick it back up. Just a little miscommunication there from the Bulldogs as this puck is said to have been tipped by a Forester player. Going the other way with it is the Foresters. They're transitioning well, but a great stick by Clark.
There's some newfound life here from this Forester team after their first goal. Only 10 shots on the night, but we kind of see how they need to approach these next, period and a half or so. They need to keep forcing these odd man rushes and kind of off man opportunities.
As Zhao Dung sent one high and wide. Deeb skating through traffic, takes it into the neutral zone before it's stolen away. Feels like a lot of possessions have ended with turnovers from the Bulldogs right now, but the Foresters are doing a good job at using active hands to get these steals. A great pass. Shot is saved and the second chance broken up. Sent in front. Piros getting a little eager there as this pass is stolen away. Up to Orpana and a big hit on the backside of the play. Orpana pass, Vellucci shot, saved. Orpana's shot up high. Vellucci to Nienhaus, blockered away. A second attempt, saved once again. Loretto will corral it. He'll dump it underneath to Vellucci.
That's what you love to see for the Bulldogs here, especially after the way the Foresters have kind of dominated these last 3 minutes on turnovers. They've kind of controlled the way that you've entered your offensive zone.
As Loretto takes a fall. Looking to transition. 3-on-2 is the Foresters. It's Forche. The shot up high after the toe drag. Orpana gives it off to Jacob. Racing down the ice. Julian Jacob passed it back door. Active stick once again, getting it off from Saney. Ames ball with the steal. Plays it with patience. Troon shot as Saney takes a fall, and we will have our first penalty of the game as the whistle will sound, and it will be tripping.
Number 22, Hunter Cook, going to the box there for the Foresters. That's just not what you want after you kind of started to gain momentum. The way that this Bulldog power play loves to play, they're very aggressive. And this Foresters kind of penalty kill likes to sit back a little more than you'd like.
Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admission/visit-campus/scholarship-day. That link there is on your screen, and the remaining days for Scholarship Day are there as well. As we get ready here, Swade plays it back to the point. Clark to Amsbaugh to Summers. His shot deflected back into the corner. Bulldogs looking to have some success here on the power play as scrum forms right around the blue line. And the Bulldogs have about a 27% power play percentage throughout this season. They've converted 17 out of 62 times so far.
Well, they're going to get fortunate here, get the faceoff in the offensive zone, able to get that second power play unit up. This Forester team pressuring a lot more than they did against Aurora. They let Aurora kind of walk all over them on the power play a little bit, kind of stayed in the middle there. I think that, they kind of switched up for this game with the way this Adrian power play kind of represents itself.
Of course, those are the season numbers, but as of late, they've struggled a little bit. Haven't scored in the past 4 games as Bannister plays it back to the point. One-time shot in and out of the glove as Bannister let it rip. So the Bulldogs looking to turn around their fates here As another scrum forms around the blue line. Foresters get the steal. Loretto gets it at the neutral zone, and a little bit of an errant pass, but Bannister will pick it up. He'll leave it behind for Loretto. 45 seconds remain on the power play. O'Hannison has it stolen off his stick. Piros will come out, and he'll leave it behind. A little bit of a risky play there by Loretto. 34 seconds remain on the power play. O'Hannison can't get it to enter the zone. Now Loretto once again will have to retreat. Plays it up for Bannister. Sends a shot from beyond the blue line that'll get covered up with 16 seconds remaining on the power play.
Yeah, it's just been a very forgettable power play for this Bulldog team. They really haven't been able to get anything going. Not a lot of passes that have been really great in general. Lake Forest done a great job at clogging up lanes, but I mean, for this Bulldog team, if not being able to really get any good chances on a power play is not what you'd like to see, especially the way that Lake Forest has been playing recently.
Has got about 9:20 remaining here in the second period. Clark has it stolen away. Going the other way with it is Quattel. Breakaway, and Piros sprawling out to make a save.
A great job there by Piros, being able to stick with Quattel on that breakaway after he had a great blocked shot opportunity. That's what this Foresters team need to do. They need to convert on their blocked shots. Obviously, almost a short-handed goal there for the Foresters.
As whistle there, penalty was killed successfully by the Foresters, and as we're seeing tensions rise here. So Bulldogs up 3-1 with 8:58 remaining here in the second period. And it's been a better period for the Foresters as the puck is loose. Nienhuis tried to get the second chance opportunity unsuccessfully. Vellucci corrals it in the corner, getting hounded from behind. Cross ice feed, dumped off the glass. Vellucci to Nienhuis. Tried to center it. No one was home. Gets stolen away by Orpana. Little sandwich play there, and we were looking for the whistle. There it is, as it's going to go against Orpana.
Yeah, very confused there. Two Lake Forest players came in and just kind of sandwiched Orpana there, but Orpana gets called for, I believe it was a holding, and kind of taking one of the Lake Forest players' sticks as he was trying to get away.
It was interesting, too, because it looked like Orpana might have got tripped up in that sandwich before he went down, so penalties now evened up as stolen away in the shorthanded faceoff. Troon will dump it down and play it patient. Jacob, Bowman, Saney, and Troon all on the ice here for the penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Pass right in front, backhand Piros with the shoulder save. D-to-D pass, now returned over to Foucher, or for Shea, mind you. Piros with another save, and defending the netminder there in front was Saney and Jacob.
Yeah, on that breakaway attempt there by Will Shepard, after a great give and go on the blue line, they run those two high forwards on the blue line there, looking for a little give and go to enter the zone. If not, that puck carrier just goes right in. But a great give and go, and I don't really like the backhand there. He had the move over to the right with his forehand.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Played over to Summers, who will clear it. So second straight face-off won there in the defensive end by the Bulldogs. That first one that was picked up by Troon, you almost would have liked to see him try to make a move with it attacking, but probably the smarter play to dump it underneath and play passive while you got the lead.
Yeah, you'd like to see him kind of maybe take a few more seconds off of that penalty kill, but you're going to take an icing any day of the week. out here, especially against this Lake Forest power play. And I think this Bulldog team has done a great job at, like you said, winning faceoffs in that defensive zone. He's got to stop these odd man rushes.
As Piros kicked that to the corner well, but found himself in quicksand there in the crease. Corpay has it at the point, plays patient, gives it over to Cotel. Wind up shot and saved by Piros once again. It'll clear the zone as the fans like how this Bulldog penalty kill has played so far.
Yeah, this Lake Forest power play is really dependent on how their defensemen see the ice. Quintel's running the top a little bit there, and they have two men that sit in the front, and one kind of pops out there.
Now maybe one of the most obvious hand passes that I've ever seen here in the AIA, as I believe it was Bannister just overhand swatted the puck as hard as he possibly could, which just results in a face-off, so not the end of the world there with 13 seconds remaining.
And, you know, they're won a fair amount of defensive draws, so I put my trust in my face-off man here.
As this one will go in favor of the Foresters. D-to-D pass, setting up Lysick. Kick to the corner, back to Lysick. Playing with patience. Send it cross ice. This one will find the plexi back behind. Amsbaugh fights through the contact. He had Orpana cutting back door, but couldn't hit him in stride. As now Swade applies the pressure. It's Freiermuth with aggression as Zhao Dung sent Swade flying. And the Bulldogs not too happy about it as well. Swade looking for some repercussions there, but Cook tied him up. Zhao Dung will get sent to the box.
I really don't know why Zhao Dung's a little bit upset there. I thought that was a pretty obvious penalty after the whistle going in and laying a body. But we'll see who else ends up in the box here, whether it's going to be a power play for the Bulldogs or we're going to see a little 4-on-4 action here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Swade went flying through the air there, crashing shoulders first into the boards as he's going to be going to the bench area, skating under his own power, thankfully, as we've seen him spring up after taking the fall. Bulldogs going to have Orpana sent to the box as well after he got in the face of Zhao Dung defending his player, but after the whistle, you can't really do it. Looks like we're going to be going to 4-on-4 as Quatel just relaying the information to Zhao Dung in the box.
Interested to see what the call is on Zhao Dung here.
Could see it going a couple of different ways, but door reopening here for the Foresters.
Second one sent to the box here.
Looks like we're going to be going to, it will be 4-on-4, just
now we're going to go 5. Yeah, 5-on-4 here for the Bulldogs, it looks like.
So Orpana's going to serve, but we're going to go 5-on-4 as it'll be Swade in the face-off circle. It's a penalty. It's a power play for 2 minutes for the Bulldogs. Clark gives it off to Felski with a quick shot right in front, and more extracurriculars after the whistle. I said tempers were rising there after that last period. I think they've hit their boiling point so far.
Yeah, Zhao Dung especially there on a great chance from the Bulldogs on the power play there, but it's a huge call on Max Zhao Dung there because I believe he's in the box for more than just 2 minutes, which ends up, I mean, he's got 7 goals. He's their second leading goal scorer, so that's a huge guy to be out for an extended period of time in this game.
We'll say it's great to see Swade back on the ice. Of course, a very physical player in his own right, as This one finds Amsbaugh. Cross ice feed to Summers. Little sloppy. Clark will pick it up on the point. Gives it back to Summers, who has it deflected away. Clark. Back to Amsbaugh. Pass in front, gets broken up and covered up.
Yeah, Amsbaugh's a very creative passer. He kind of looks for those visual areas that no one else is really seeing there. Kind of went for the pass in front of the net. Only issue I have with that is no one else is around where he tried to move that puck to, so whether that puck carrier gets a stick on it or not, without a shot, there's really no one else to move it to unless you wrap it around and you just reset right back where you started.
As we got an official word on the penalties, we'll get that to you here in a moment. Clark on the point. Passes it off to the wing. Return to Clark. Trying to get it over to Summers. It's loose in front. Amsbaugh will bury it home. And some more extracurriculars after the play.
A little bit heated there in front of the net after Ian Amsbaugh sitting beautifully backdoor to tap it in. But just great effort in general. Tafowski gets it to the net. An effort there by Swady. And then it ends up getting in front, falling into Ian Amsbaugh's lap, who sends it home. A little bit of extracurricular activity. Don't know why they're sending Swade to the box here. He was the one that got tripped up and sent straight into the ice.
So Swade gets sent to the box. Officially, Ian Amsbaugh's 6th goal on the season, his team-leading 26th point, as just having a phenomenal game.
Yeah, he's just a phenomenal player in general. The way he sees the ice, he kind of looks for all these creative ways to move the puck around and protects the puck so well, and then gets rewarded right there by sitting in front of the net. And then great effort by the line as a whole to get in front of Siska. And then Amsbaugh to tap it right in.
Correction, that will be Amsbaugh's 27th point. He, of course, had that phenomenal assist earlier in the game. So officially 27 points on the season, as Swade getting into it there vocally with the officials. Has to be careful not to get tossed from this contest.
I would be a little heated there, too, after what happened to me. Guy scores a goal, comes across the net, and just gets tackled right after they score a goal. You're going to celebrate with your teammates there. You're not expecting someone to come flying in and tackle you. So I think kind of after the extracurricular activities, for Swade to end up at the box is a little strange.
We're going to go to 4-on-4 for the next minute and 9 seconds, and then it'll be a power play in favor of the Foresters, which is a little bit crazy to say with what we just seen unfold on the ice.
Yeah, I'm very confused on how the only person in the box there is a Bulldog, since the team who instigated was Lake Forest. But, you know, like they say, the refs aren't really looking for the instigator. They're looking for the retaliator, so can't really retaliate in that situation. You got to take it and move on. Your team just scored a goal.
As still a little confusion. A player did get sent to the box for the Foresters, as I believe somebody came out and Lysak went in his place, which Lysak was the instigator to the situation. So we're going 4-on-4, 2 minutes straight up. That minute 9 power play was cleared off by the Bulldogs' goal.
There we go.
Loretto dumps it off. Amsbaugh engineering the show here. Jacob spinning. He'll give it off to Summers, who has it sticked away. Going the other way with it. Breakaway opportunity. Bella plays it behind. And it gets dumped off. Just barely able to keep it in.
It's going to be a call here on Brad Summers for hooking whenever Adrian touches the puck.
5 players on the ice now for the Foresters. Playing with patience, now trying to send a shot on, and the player to touch it will be Summers. As you mentioned, the hooking will send him to the box.
Yeah, kind of right here. Gets beat. And that's unfortunately almost a lazy penalty there. Gets beat. You put the hook up to kind of stop him. It was unneeded. Really could have let him go there. Piros would have had the angle on him.
Don't miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on March 21st at 7 p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down. So we're going to go to 4-on-3, a power play for Lake Forest.
That's how you work this 4-on-3. You know, obviously it'll end up being a 5-on-4 once both these teams get off their 2-minute minors that they received after the tussle in front of the net.
Gets played back, picking it up, and trying to engineer things. Is left behind for Quetzal. Now this shot blocked by Malika and cleared by Saney.
Great job there by Malika to find his way in front of that puck, and then Saney with the awareness to immediately go for the clear. 4-on-3, obviously there's a lot of space out there, a lot of room to work. If you're Lake Forest, you got to take advantage of that.
Quetzal has his pass kicked away by Loretto.
Again, it's another great job by this Adrian penalty kill. You're 4-on-3, be able to clear that puck down the ice, take most of this off. 5-on-4, you're more confident because there's a lot less space out there. With the amount of space that is going on, and a lot of ways to move it favors Lake Forest. As now it'll be a 5-on-4.
Lysak and Swade re-enter the ice. Jaldung and Arpana officially able to come out and rejoin the game. So the official calls earlier during all that scrum and confusion, I believe Jaldung was hit for roughing and elbowing. That's why he was sent to the box for such an extended period of time. Now he's back on, and he got the face-off win, but it's picked up by Saney, racing through the neutral zone before finally having it taken away.
I'd like to note in this second period so far, the Bulldogs have really dominated the face-off circle. It was pretty even, 12-10 after that first period, and right now it's 10-3 in favor of the Bulldogs. So they've really dominated that kind of aspect of this period.
As this puck is passed along the outside. Bannister applying pressure in front. The cross-ice feed deflected by Saney. Bannister unable to clear it. Lysak plays it over to the point, gets it back. Cross-ice feed. Jaldung's shot saved by Piros, still loose in front. Piros was sprawling out. Unable to clear it. It would have been icing if they had. Lysak applies a good shot on net. It's picked up by Shepard. Over to Lysak. Trying to play it onto the wing for Kittleson. Played into the slot. Kittleson couldn't handle it. Going the other way. Summers gets tangled up, trying to enter the zone. Good stick work there by Malika. Deeb up to Ohannesson. Ohannesson racing. Deeb's shot is wide.
I love that shot from Deeb there. Great opportunity. If it hits the net on that far post side, Siska really wasn't expecting it on there.
Deeb recovers the loose puck, plays it off the boards for Ohannesson. That connection has been working well all night. Summers gets blindsided with a hit from Riva, and a little bit of extras there as Deeb getting into a scrum going into the boards. Likely going to be Deeb getting sent to the box here.
Yeah, this puck just kind of, great job entering the zone. Took a little bit too much time. Did Summers and trying to figure out where to go, and then believe that was Lysak that came in. And, yeah, D will be called for some an interference call here. Not what you want if you're Adrian. You've taken too many penalties as, this period has begun. But both teams have been a little bit scrappy, but unfortunately the calls haven't really went Adrian's way. This is their 5th penalty of the period.
Face-off goes in favor of the Bulldogs. Schroon picks it up, gets pressured. Covering it underneath was Bella. It's played D to D. Copre. Fed over to the wing. The shot screams into the corner. Copre just able to keep it inside the zone. Passes over, sticked by Jacob. Great job extending there by Julian Jacob. The shot deflected by Jacob. Now he's tangling up. It gets stolen away by the Bulldogs, who will get whistled. A helmet came off, and it's probably best for the officials to cut off Jacob there, as not a player that is scared of contact, whether that be between the whistles or after.
I mean, yeah, Jacob just got his helmet ripped off, and there was absolutely zero worry about whatever was going to happen to him. He was going right in to defend himself. Ref escorting Jacob to the bench. He's a little bit heated after that one. I would be too if my helmet got dragged off.
I think it's less about the helmet getting dragged off, and it's more about the fact that his helmet got dragged off and there was nothing called in favor of the Bulldogs.
And there was not even like a recognition of the fact that it really happened. It was all whistle blown, and all of a sudden you're kind of moving on, and Jacob's like, well, what happened here? My helmet just got ripped off of my head.
As Amsbaugh comes away with the puck. He takes a shot. Gets saved there by Siska. As the time will expire, and things started boiling over when we seen the interference that was uncalled, as Piros and Meade got into it on the other end. Seeing Meade take a tumble, Piros stumble a little bit, and that not getting called seemed to kind of escalate tensions a little bit. Bulldogs feel it should have been called for them. Foresters feel it should have been called in favor of them, and now things are starting to hit their boiling point where we're having almost fights breaking out on the ice, and the officials are doing a good job at making sure no punches are thrown. Unfortunately, you call it a little bit tighter. I don't think we get to this point.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Like you said, everything's kind of snowballing now. We're seeing the effects of kind of letting those tensions rise from early in the game, and it's really coming to fruition now on how everything has worked out between these two teams when it comes to the physicality end. The Bulldogs have tried to throw a couple more hits. Like Forrest is going right back at him, and it's just kind of two heads clashing. And, unless the refs kind of get this one handled, you're really not going to see anything change for this third period.
As we get ready to step aside, the synchronized skating team for the Adrian College Bulldogs looks to take the ice, and we will be back momentarily as get a little bit of an intermission show here from the synchronized skating team. great showing there from the Adrian College synchronized skating team. As, of course, Bulldogs leading right now 4-1. They'll start the third period playing one player down. It'll be 5-on-4 power play for the Foresters. Bulldogs also lead in the shots on goal category 34-19. Don't go anywhere as we will be back shortly. Michael Schubeck and myself, Sean Whitmer, as you are watching men's NCAA Division III hockey action on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
private battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back as we get ready for the third period of play. As you can see the scoreboard there, Bulldogs lead 4-1, and they will have a penalty for 54 seconds remaining coming into this third period. Of course, joining me today is Michael Schubeck, and my name is Sean Whitmer. That was one of the most physical periods of play that I've ever seen here in the AIA, as we had 9 penalties. Probably could have had well over 12 come out of that period as we take a look at some numbers after 40. Michael, what really stands out to you here?
Yeah, I think the face-offs one, and I'll touch on the shots on goal here in a second, but the face-offs one's a big one just because we came out of the first period very even at 10-12, and then the Bulldogs separated in that second period with 14-4 on the face-off in favor of Adrian. And then looking at the shots on goal, I know Adrian has 34 and Lake Forest has 19, but if we split it up period by period, the Foresters only came out of that first period with 6 shots on goal. Bulldogs came out of there with 19. In that second period, it was 15-13 in favor of the Bulldogs. Shots-wise, a little bit closer. We saw Lake Forest obviously net their for only goal of the night. Adrian capitalized on a power play, but I think the big story here, Bulldogs have to stay out of the box.
As 48 seconds now on the clock, we'll get ready for the third period. I think the big thing that you're going to see from this Bulldog team and head coach Adam Phillips is simply settle down a little bit. We're playing a little bit too aggressive. We're playing ahead of ourselves. Obviously, you have to defend your teammates when things get a little bit too rowdy, but there's an aspect of protecting your teammates and an aspect of just getting a little bit too dirty outside the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, you can just, obviously you want to defend your teammates, but you also have to understand where you are in the game. You have to be a little bit more kind of legal about it. You have to kind of grab them, maybe kind of just take them off to the side. Don't be throwing punches and don't be kind of knocking them off a little bit too rough.
Saney unable to win that face-off. Foresters will skate in reverse. Shepard trying to start the rush. Troon applying pressure from the side. Shepard will play it behind for Lysak. Now it's Jaldung who plays it forward. Stolen away by Malika. Unable to clear the zone. No, it will clear the zone. It's Lysak and Shepard playing a little back and forth. Troon spearheading the defense. Sent underneath. Gets around Piros. Loretto getting tangled up underneath. Kittleson to Lysak. Up top, return to Lysak. Over Jaldung. His shot deflected into the netting, and Freiermuth wants that one back. Caught it off the middle of his stick and skied it.
Yeah, Freiermuth definitely wanted to be able to get a good stick on that one, but kind of what interests me about this Lake Forest team, they run 2 different types of power plays. More than they run 2 men in front of the net, both split outside whenever they have an opportunity. This one favors 1 man in front, overload on one side with the other, 2 kind of favoring the other. It's really kind of an interesting strategy. Kind of throws them off when you throw out your second unit. It's a completely different thing from the first.
As the Bulldogs are now back on full strength. Swade trying to grab that puck with Clark. It's played backhand. Now Clark unable to scoop it. It'll be picked up by Swade. Little give and go. Swade plays it in front. And that pass goes screaming out of the zone. Piros will pass it up to Zafelski. Bulldogs trying to get something going. Clark sends a shot on net. Swade unable to get the second chance. Bannister lets one rip.
Yeah, great job there by Siska, making sure that puck went right to the corner. Did not want to leave that thing out in front with that much pace on it. It's a great job getting that thing to the corner.
Corralled underneath. Backhand saucer somehow avoids the furniture in the ceiling. Jacob plays it behind, trying to find Bowman. Tefelsky taking a hack at it with Fauché. Bowman play it behind the net. Jacob flips it. Played forward to Summers. A little bit of traffic. O'Hannison corrals it in the corner. We'll play it back to Deeb. Was looking for Bowman, just a little miscommunication there between these Bulldogs.
Yeah,
and
a lot.
Quick steal. Quattel unable to enter the zone cleanly, and then he got sandwiched.
Yeah, there's a lot of space there when Deeb was looking out in the middle of the ice. Unfortunately, Bowman was unable to read kind of where he was trying to go with that puck, and it ends up coming out of the zone for the Bulldogs. Solid period so far. You'd like to see a little more offensive pressure, but start of the period, a man down, so really haven't had that many minutes of opportunity.
Summers kicks it back to Loretto. Gives it off to O'Hannison. Sends one wrapping around the boards. O'Hannison applying pressure. Loretto takes a hack at it. Now sent down by Shepard. Piros will play it high off the plexi. And some contact there. Deeb getting into it now with Shepard, and we mentioned the tensions. Well, we got two borderline fights going on at the same time here. O'Hannison tangled up with Meade, and you have Deeb and Shepard getting into it.
Yeah, Shepard's the one that instigated this, and then Deeb fell right forward, and they started going back and forth with each other. I believe they're going to send both of them to the box, and Deeb and Shepard. Wondering if they're going to take 4 here, if they're just going to take the 2.
It's looking like it's going to be 4-on-4, so now just trying to communicate some things between these two teams, and letting Swade, who wears that C on his sweater, understand what's going on, as well as Quattel, who wears the A on his chest.
There's going to be a 5-on-4 in favor of Lake Forest, I believe. Don't know how. Obviously, Swade started a little bit of a tussle there. Or sorry, Deeb, rather, started the tussle after he was hit in the head, so I'm very confused on how we're in another situation where Lake Forest has a 2-minute power play.
We'll wait for the official word as the Bulldogs will clear it here quick. 2 players in the box for the Bulldogs, 1 in the box for the Foresters, as Orpana got sent from the bench. Still Troon applying pressure. This is loose right in front and scooped up and stolen away by Saney. He will send it up, and it gets up into the netting. So getting an official word here. So Deeb gets cross-checking and roughing. Shepard also getting called for roughing. I think the idea there is Deeb got called for 2. Foresters only 1, so there's a
great save there by Ryan Piros. Be able to get that glove hand up in time. Good drawback. It's what you want to see there. Again, great puck movement by this Lake Forest squad. Haven't seen it much all day, and then Piros right down. Piros, rather.
As this one clears the zone, resetting things is Quattel. Now he races forward, getting picked up by Amsbaugh in the neutral zone. Entering, pass into the slot. Piros takes a fall, and he'll sprawl back up pretty quick.
You know, what I dislike about this Lake Forest power play is they really rely on only one or two people on the breakout. They stick their two forwards up top on the blue line, which, if Adrian does a decent job at covering them, it really takes away a lot of space on that blue line. You're only relying on one guy to break it in rather than using 3 or 4 guys.
As Jacob gets a little crunch there back behind Piros, and the Bulldogs will clear the zone once again. This puck will be picked up. Racing forward is the Foresters. Jacob will send it. Newsma unable to keep it in the offensive zone as the penalty will be successfully killed. Piros unable to get his stick on it. Saney pass it ahead. Couple head fakes there before Troon sent one skying into the netting.
Yeah, and kind of going back to that power play again, we saw it a couple times near the end. Lake Forest struggling to break it in on these Bulldogs, and there's no issue with kind of flying your two forwards up there. The issue is they stand there stagnant. They don't move really back towards the play, kind of seeing maybe a cross in the middle of the ice there and create some space for your break in to happen. Unfortunately, really, they just sit there, and it makes it very readable for this Adrian College penalty kill.
Face off one. Kaplowitz will send it down. Loretto racing after it as icing is the call, and we will be going back the other way for face off to the right of Siska.
Yeah, face-off circle, obviously, Lake Forest has been done a better job this period. Only 7 total draws taken, though.
As I got faked out, they'll go to the left of Siska. Stolen away there, and now trying to race ahead. Puccini lost it, and I believe Nienhaus, I thought he was the last one to touch it, but they say no icing, so Piros corrals this, sends a high saucer off the glass in the neutral zone. As this one will still be playing back and forth. No one really maintaining possession here, which plays in favor of the Bulldogs. Racing ahead is Orpana. He gets tangled up, crashing into the slot. Still no whistle in favor of the Bulldogs. Bannister.
Yeah, Orpana's stick was held there as he was racing in for a very long time, and it wasn't like there wasn't any attempt to get it out of the Lake Forest shoulder there. Instead, they kind of grabbed on, and no call from the referee.
Bannister plays it to Clark. Feeds it up to Tefelsky. And offsides called.
It's a very late offsides call. It took a second to think about it, but I'm very confused on how he caught the puck. Very clearly skate on the right side of the blue line. And he moved into the zone there, so I don't really know what the reasoning for offsides is. A little bit delayed, maybe he was unsure, went with the safer route.
As gonna have a face-off back in favor of the Foresters a little bit there in the neutral zone draw.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate because when it's a clear offsides, like that one was, where there really wasn't any attempt or really wasn't accidental, they'll occasionally take it all the way down. In that case, they'll just move it to the other dot. I don't know what's going on out there.
As it looked like Tefelsky just took an elbow up into the side of his head. He skated off the ice under his own power, but definitely not a clean hit in the neutral zone by any means. Now this one gets played back into the Adrian College offensive zone. Swade applying pressure. Jacob takes a poke at it. Orpana racing in, now O'Hannison. This one gets stolen away. Jacob plays it forward. O'Hannison wasn't ready for it. Going the other way and some physical play into the boards. Orpana plays it long. O'Hannison able to get it. Breakaway, Jack O'Hannison! And closing the 5-hole was Siska. It was a phenomenal feed up the ice. As this shot blockered away. Now a 2-on-1. The shot into the glove and a great save the other way as Freiermuth tried to go near side iron. And it was a good save there by Piros.
Yeah, great job by this Adrian Bulldogs team, as I believe we have the hit there. Yeah, elbow comes right up into the head, and there's two things you can't do as a referee when you're reffing a hockey game, and that's call it two different ways. You can't call a very let him play type of game in that first period, then bring it into the second and call a tight ship, and then come back to kind of opening it back up into the third period. Now I get maybe if you want to let a few calls go later in the third period, but those first, second, and then half of that third period should be very similar in the style that you're calling the game. It's been all over the place.
Yeah, and some of these are coming down to player safety concern as Piros just gets taken out behind the net. And finally we'll see an arm raise as this one gets touched up in the neutral zone by Nusma.
Yeah, they're going to be a little mad at that one. I don't know why you'd be contesting this. I get a hit on the goaltender. He is a player in this scenario. You can't tackle the guy and clearly go from behind and hit him. Now, I understand if you're going to go for a little bump on the goaltender, you can't just go in for a tackle and expect it not to be called. It's going to be goaltender interference, and I believe in that case it might have been roughing, but Bulldogs would go to a power play here. Big power play. Try to get one. Kind of close this Lake Forest team off.
And I think that's one you can't not call, so it's still not like we've seen the officials let their whistle come alive. It's felt very much like it's called loose here as Swade tried to crash the slot. Summers plays it to Clark. Over to the wing, Amsbaugh with patience. Unmarked, Amsbaugh drives in. Swade's shot will score, and the Bulldogs capitalize.
It's Ian Amsbaugh yet again with another brilliant pass. The way he moves the puck is just brilliant. He has eyes all over his head. He knows where everyone is. Swade does an amazing job at keeping his stick in a position where Amsbaugh can put a great pass in there. And Swade, again, great job getting good contact. Taps her right into the open net. Again, Amsbaugh, another brilliant pass.
Yeah, and just great use of the power play there as Swade buried it for his 7th goal on the season. Bulldogs looking to get things rolling once again. That was their 2nd power play goal of the game. As this puck goes towering back behind Piros. Now some big physicality, somehow able to avoid taking a knee to the helmet.
Yeah, luckily Abramson caught himself a little bit there, got his knee up, or it was going straight to a Bulldog head.
Whittingham just gets taken out with a high hit.
You know, I think the issue here is I have no problem if you want to call a loose game. Let plays go all you want, but when it comes into getting into the player's safety issues, that's when you have to be a little bit tighter on whether you're going to give calls or not. You can't be allowing these high hits to the head that are kind of concussion-style hits.
especially when you're letting other hits be called as penalties. You know, cross-checking, elbowing, things like that have been called throughout this game. So if you're going to be hitting high, I think it has to be called every time without question, as Orpana trying to pick up the puck there, and it'll be grabbed by Malika, who plays it. Sent over, and offsides is the official call. As I'd like to remind you that ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. Of course, we have Michael Schubeck and myself, Sean Whitmer, on the call. We have Alex Herman directing the show here today. He'll be on the call tomorrow. We also have Olivia Cronin and Remy Gilniak on our action cams with Michael Hale up top running the top cam. Pass it over to Loretto as action gets back underway. Now, of course, if this was a one-game set, we wouldn't have to worry about tempers flaring too much, but this is going to carry over in tomorrow's contest, and with that being said, that's something that I think if this isn't the same exact officiating crew, the officiating crew that'll be on tomorrow's game might have some questions for this one, as racing ahead, but 4 defenders closing things off there for Nusma. Off the boards, Deeb gets trapped a little bit, tried to flip it to Bowman. It finds Loretto. He spins around back to Bowman, up to Deeb in the neutral zone. Bulldogs just playing keep away a little bit, and Deeb turns it over.
If you are the Bulldogs here, you do want to kind of be a little safe in how you go into corners, kind of watch your back right now. You're up 5-1 with 8.5 minutes left, and you get down to that 4, 3, and 2 minute mark. Watch your back. Be smart on where you're going to the corners, and always make sure you're not exposed. You don't want any unforced injuries here late in the game, especially when you're looking like it's about to come out nicely in this one.
Amsbaugh skates into the corner, and I mean, as you said there, he came up a little bit slow as a big tackle just at the blue line. And no call. Another hit in the neutral zone on Bowman is just getting hit left and right. I think you could have easily called cross-checking on the first one.
The first one's confusing on how there is no call, because yes, you're allowed to finish your hit, but you're not allowed to cross-check them and start the hit after he already whiffed. The puck was not even on his stick when he started the progress of hitting. The hand has to go up there. It's a high hit with a cross check. It's already a penalty without the puck not being there, and then the puck is not there as well. It's just an easy hand that has to go up in that situation.
Racing the other way. Pass into the slot is broken up, and the Bulldogs will steal possession back once again. As you mentioned, you got to watch yourself going into the corners. Well, with hits like that, the blue line might be a dangerous spot as well.
Yeah, not really expecting that type of hit in that situation. I mean, you don't really see many full-on tackles with your stick up at your face, especially at the blue line.
Long feed to Saney. He hits Tefelsky. Tefelsky will dump it and get escorted out of the zone.
They're looking for cross-checks right now. We see it time and time again. The sticks, every single hit that's going up, Lake Forest, they're sitting right at their face mask. There's no intent for a clean hit.
As Tefelsky takes another tumble, now Loretto with a spin pass over to Sorensen. Tries to lead Swade. Loose puck gets corralled and played back by Kaplowitz. Big hit from Tefelsky, and some cross-checking and checkups. The physicality is mounting now as Corpay makes a move. Blocked by Piros, dove on by Piros, and he will stand tall.
Yeah, great job by Ryan Piros there, being able to kind of be the backbone when this Adrian team needed them. For the first time, that's number 18, Puccini there gets in. Kind of an interesting first attempt, but Piros stands tall on the 5-hole. Makes a couple great saves back-to-back to keep this thing a 4-goal game.
Yeah, the 5'11" netminder feeling like a giant right now with how he's been playing in between the posts here tonight.
He's been flying all over. He's made some fantastic saves. Faced 24 shots still, only let one of them in. That's great job by him, kind of keeping this game exactly where the Bulldogs want it. They really controlled it nicely. Kind of let Lake Forest do exactly what they want.
Whittingham plays it to Jacob, loses it for a moment, finds Nienhaus, back behind him, trying to get Vellucci. Nienhaus chasing after it. He'll hit Orpana. Orpana skies one up and over, and the stick goes flying, and some extracurriculars behind the play as Jacob getting into it, and Jacob gives a little head fake, trying to get a flinch there.
They're going to take him to the box.
Fauché. I think they're taking him to the box before what happened. No, they're going to send him out of the game.
Oh, he didn't even touch him. He gave him a little fake.
I think it's everything.
No, yeah, he's been a little bit in a little bit of a tussle there. Got to keep order. No problem with that one. There's 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. You don't want him out there, especially if becomes a tussle there for Adrian.
Yeah, I'll be calling the women's basketball game tomorrow, so I won't have a chance to see it. But I think I might be checking the box score to see how many penalties we get. Maybe texting Herm throughout the game to just see how the tempers are for that contest, as I'll be occupied across over on the other side of the Marilat, as the women's NCAA team currently leads Lake Forest women's NCAA team 5-0 with 2:35 remaining in the second period. So both Bulldog teams have officially scored 5 points.
I think it's big for this specific Bulldog team that they have 5 goals up on the board right now, as Jacob is going to get a 5-minute major. But I think it's huge for them to get 5 goals. You kind of got back on track. You averaged about 1 your last 4. You get 5 on the board here, really give you some confidence going into tomorrow night. You really have to build on this as your season kind of progresses here down the later stretch, when you get into these tougher games, these playoff matchups that are down the road here. Have to be able to succeed. Getting 5+ goals is huge in those types of games. It's very rare, but I'd like to see the offense get back on track like it has tonight.
Yeah, and I think the Bulldogs have just done a good job at, for the most part, keeping composure. Obviously, Jacob gets tossed there due to a lack of composure. Of course, we laugh up here in the booth about him doing the little head fake, trying to get the flinch on the ice, but at the end of the day, I don't think the official found it too funny.
No, I don't think he did either, because Jacob is currently sitting in the locker room, but nonetheless, this Bulldog team has played a great game. Jacob, in his own right, has played a great defensive game. I think he's on the third line listed here as the defenseman, but he's played an amazing game throughout. A couple times on the PK, gets good sticks in lanes. It's kind of unfortunate he's out for the rest of this one.
As Bannister drives right down the slot. His second attempt will go wide. Playing 4-on-4 here. Bannister plays it back behind. Clark skating around as Amsbaugh looking to find some open ice. Dumped off for Amsbaugh. Keeping Lysick behind him. Amsbaugh gets cut off. And he'll take a tumble.
It's a great job by this Bulldog team, and the way they're taking advantage of the amount of ice that is out there. They're obviously going to fall to a penalty kill here shortly in a minute, but overall they're playing very nicely. They're taking space, they're taking time, and they're really running Lake Forest around, allowing for them to eventually get tired, and then easy moves like this they're able to gain the zone a little bit easier.
Saney racing through the neutral zone. He'll get marked by 3 as he tried to go down Main Street. And now he'll send a hit into the boards. Picking up the puck is Fauché. O'Hannison creates the turnover.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Jack O'Hannison. He's going to draw a penalty as well.
And the first one on the Foresters in quite some time that wasn't a two-player penalty offsetting each other. Feels like, I think the first penalty, if I'm not mistaken, was on just a Forester, and we haven't seen it since.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth, scrums off of the whistle, and a lot of them have been started by Lake Forest players, but they do I will credit them, do a great job at dragging Bulldogs in and making them be a part of their penalties. So when they do throw punches or there's fights back and forth, they're taking two, they're not taking just one, and you're just going to 4-on-4s instead of 5-on-4s all the time.
As it'll be 4-on-3 now. I think the Foresters miscounted. They only had 2 on the ice.
See, I love how we thought it was going to be a clean game after that first period, 0 penalties. Probably shouldn't have said anything about it because these last 2 have been a little bit rough.
And I think this third period, we could have easily seen the penalty total for the game surpass 20.
Oh, easily. The amount of calls that have been to that high upper neck head region that have just kind of not been called have been a lot.
As a high hack now down to 4-on-4 for the next minute 40. Clark sends one. It's still loose and cleared, but 4-on-4, we will get icing. As Piro's dancing in the crease around the puck. Having a good time down there as he hasn't been terribly busy this period, only having to make 5 saves or so.
Yeah, but he's been solid every single time the puck has come his way. He's made amazing stops. He's made 2 or 3 tonight that have been outstanding. Impressive, especially after he goes long breaks without even seeing a shot.
Clark skating around, making people miss, and now stolen away. Nusma gave it off to Quattel. Races ahead, can't get anything to work, and eventually loses the puck. Minute remains in 4-on-4, and then we'll go to 5-on-4 in favor of the Foresters. Summers, cross ice feed, Loretto skates into the corner, a retreat, dump off for Summers. Attacks the crease, still loose, flips up and over. The Bulldogs get the goal, accredited to Bradley Summers.
Well, that puck bounced about 87 different ways there. Siska, a little bit unfortunate, goes down with the scrum in front. I believe it's whapped there by Ben Loretto, and it rolls over his back. Don't know if he got a stick on it or not.
I think that was an own goal.
That puck went everywhere, so it could have been an own goal. You are right.
If accredited to Summers, 8th goal on the season. As they're going to say it goes to Ben Loretto, actually. So the assist from Summers, but a lot of traffic there from the Foresters made it look like it was an own goal flipped up and over.
Yeah,
trying to just clear it away from the crease.
It bounced off a few sticks and then ended up rolling over the back of Siska there. So it really wasn't a clean goal, but it crossed the line.
With that going to Loretto, that is his first goal of the season. So Ben Loretto tallies his first marker as this one flips up and play will be stopped. 16 seconds remain in the 4-on-4, and then we'll go to the 5-on-4 in favor of the Foresters. A lot of 4s in that statement there as Foresters, in a perfect world, they'll try to grab one here within the next 10 seconds or so, and then try to grab another during the power play, but I don't think that'll happen as the Bulldogs gain possession. It's played back for Loretto.
If you're the Bulldogs here, just take your time. I'd almost bring it back, wait for that power play to start for the Foresters, and then send it all the way down, but unfortunately there's a turnover.
Power play has officially started now. Minute left in it. Loretto and Malika creating some traffic. It's picked up by Jiaodong. Plays it back to Lizick, who can't handle it. Being pressured by Saini. Can't afford a costly turnover, and that pass was almost stolen away. Siska wasn't even ready. I think if Saini gets that, he's shooting it like it's an empty net.
Oh, yeah, you're not expecting on a 5-on-4 penalty or power play.
As Saini takes a high hit in the open ice. Just another one that needs to be whistled, and we're just not seeing it. This is becoming a player safety issue at this point.
It's not whatever you want, call a free game. Don't call anything, but it's been so inconsistent all night long. And then for player safety hits where he's nowhere even near the puck and he gets dished into that hip area, not even looking, you have to blow the whistle on that one.
Looks like they will give the 2-minute. They called it for tripping. So, as we've seen it there, I think right call ultimately, but it's been such a loosely called game with the player safety stuff that.
But then it hasn't in its own right. It's went back and forth. There hasn't been a consistent answer to whether or not, hey, this is an illegal hit or this is a legal hit. It's, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You don't really know.
As Bowman trying to make a play in the slot. It's played back for Amsbaugh from Summers. Amsbaugh gets tangled up into the boards. Now Bowman gets tangled. Orpana out of the box. Bulldogs enter the power play. Amsbaugh just outside the circle. Cross-ice feed. Bannister's one time is off the glass, and Amsbaugh will skate back for it. See if he tries one more rush, and I believe he will. Amsbaugh wide left. Sets up Summers. His shot is blocked. 10 seconds remain in the game. Bowman will just send another one on net. Officially hit 66 shots here in this game. Shots on goal, mind you, here in this game. It's the Bulldogs coming out victorious 6-1 over the Lake Forest College Foresters, and it's the first win for the Bulldogs after 3 straight accredited losses, 4 straight losses if you include the exhibition contest against the USA National Development Team. And if you're the Bulldogs, you're feeling good after that one, although it is your first win since December 13th.
Yeah, obviously it's, you go on you lose 3 games that count, an expedition game on top of that for the 4th, kind of not feeling so great about where the team's at. But then you come in tonight, you get a great dominating win over Lake Forest College. You played teams like Aurora close, and it's got to feel good to get the offense back. You really haven't scored that much in those 4 games that you played, coming off of an 8-0 game against Hiram College. So you get that 6-goal marker, and that is just a big confidence booster to build into tomorrow night and as the season progresses.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs are going to feel pretty good about that one. I'm curious to see how much this carries over, because if you're these players, as you mentioned, you're leaving this contest not knowing what's a legal hit, what's an illegal hit. If this is the same officiating crew, I think that's the first thing that these coaches need to talk to them about. It's the first thing that these captains need to talk to them about. What are we calling an illegal hit and what are we calling a legal hit? Because if you look at it by the letter of the rule book, it was not called that way in this contest.
No, and they called it a few times, and then they just kind of let it go. And like I said before into the game, if you're an officiating crew, whether you're doing great or you're doing terrible, you should stick by what you're doing so there's at least a consistency to it. If you start throwing it around where you're like, oh, this is a call and then this is not a call, you get into some trouble there.
As we take a look at the 3 stars and First one out is Ryan Piros, the netminder from today's contest. Played phenomenally in the crease, had 23 saves. Next out, Brad Summers. He played phenomenal as well, up and down the ice. And then Ian Amsbaugh, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points total. He leads the team in that category, and he had 4 shots on goal. His 1 goal was a power play goal. He also had an assist that was maybe one of the best assists I've ever seen, and just setting up things so patiently was Ian Amsbaugh as they look to move on into tomorrow's contest. Of course, that'll be a 3 o'clock start time with Alex Herman and Tyler Ackerman on the call. Of course, Michael Schubeck and myself, Sean Whitmer on this one. And from all of us at ACTV, we'd like to thank you for watching and remind you to tune in next time.